Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Inspired Building Day. So today I want to talk about something that I'm actually pretty passionate about. I'm a very avid reader, and I love reading mystery romances, which I know most people probably would be a little surprised, but I do. I love consuming different books that help feed my mind. And if you're not an avid reader, I still want to encourage you to listen to the whole video because I don't want you to tick off, if you will, and be like, oh, that's not my thing. Just hang in here for me for a few minutes and kind of hear what I have to say about this particular area, because I can tell you right now, the reason why I love reading as much as I do is because I love challenging my mind. In the same way that we exercise to get our bodies in check, we eat healthy so we can feed our bodies so we can be healthy. To me, it's the same thing when it comes to your mind. It's feeding your mind different things that nourishes it, it grows it, inspires it, it stretches it, challenges it, all those different things. So for me, I love the idea of reading. So I want to challenge you guys, if you've never spent time in the last, let's say 60 to 90 days reading a really good book that challenges you, one that you normally wouldn't pick up, I want to encourage you to do so. Like, for example, this is an oldie but goodie. I want to say oldie, but it's not too old, but it is a really good book called Think Again by Adam Grant. And it's one that I read because I heard really great things about it, and it challenged me to unlearn some things that I had learned, if you will. And one thing I can tell you, books is one thing, obviously, for reading, but magazines, listen to audiobooks, find ways to find different avenues to consume different information, because something that we're going to be doing in Behind Her Brand, just kind of a small little plug so you know, is in a couple of months we're going to be doing a book club just for 1 month, and we're hoping that you guys will be open to reading a book, hopefully something that will stretch us, challenge us, inspire us, and we can work together as a community to continue to grow ourselves, but not just for professional, okay? I gotta do a small plug. You guys know Behind Her Brand. This is another great way. And if books is not your thing, magazines. Read magazines that have inspirational stories or tidbits or information. Or, like, I had to bring a couple of things that I like. I love cooking to some degree. My husband and kids said that I'm decent at it, but I do like to try to stretch myself when I can. So, like, I recently picked up a food and wine magazine and an eating well magazine, because I want to find new recipes, new ways to cook, new ways to create that in our family gatherings together. And that, to me, is still a form of reading, because what it does is allows me to see different recipes, and in these magazines, they share stories. They give you the history, the backgrounds, and I love learning new things because it keeps me in a space of being creative and inspired. And this may sound strange, I know it will, but even when I read magazines like this, like with Food and Wine or Eating or HGTV, or anything that may not be like business related, it still fuels my creativity. It allows me to keep my mind expanded to the world around me, to different cultures, different food, different ways that people do interior design. All those different kind of things keeps you in a place of learning and growing. So if you haven't read something that challenges your mind, challenges your perspectives, challenges your way of thinking, I want to encourage you to say, you know what, maybe for the next week, just week, find a book that you really feel like this might be a different kind of read for me. Maybe this might be something that can kind of stretch me a little bit differently. If you're not a reader, not a problem. Grab a magazine that can encourage you, or maybe an audiobook. I know many people that have long drives, or they just love to work out and they can listen to an audiobook. Do that. But whatever it is that you do, feed your mind. I talked about in another Inspired Building Day about the mind chatter that we can say negative to ourselves. Well, when you're feeding your mind with something different, it cancels out the negative chatter. You start looking at things differently. You start expanding things differently. So I want to encourage you to do this, and stay tuned, because as I shared, we're going to be doing a book club pretty soon, just for 1 month, and I hope you guys will join us, because it's a great way to inspire, encourage each other collectively. So have a great day.